now that we have the recording on, I guess I could put a recording out there. Why don't we all introduce ourselves and then we'll get into the whole meat of the topic. My name is Mike Lively. I've run a lot of
Yes.
these. Recently, I have made a discovery based upon my math thesis 20 years ago, and that is and we'll be applying that to a lot of the projects we're working on. And what the discovery is that once you work out an algorithm in AI space, okay, and then you run it, you don't know just one thing, you know everything about it. And so it's almost like a aha moment on a human terms. When we have an aha moment, we go, oh, it can be used for this, and it can be used for that, it can be used for this. Well, these AI things do the same thing. When you work out the algorithm and you run it, it's almost like it hits all the, think of it in terms of a vector space. It now gives you information of everything that's in that vector space. And so I'm actually wrapping up a few hackathons. I'm actually illustrate this in, and we'll be applying the same concept here. So anyway, Mike Lab, we've been doing this for a while. Been in IT since punch cards. Hackathons are a great way to learn about AI, and the whole purpose of this group is to do one thing: is to learn and have fun. So I want to take the pressure off of winning. That's not the primary. The primary is to learn. Okay, a lot of us, and then it gives us credentials, right? Because we get this on our resumes that we worked on these type of technologies and we know something about them. And so there you go. Kevin, do you want to go next?
Okay, yeah, so I'm Kevin Eagles. I am a history professor here in Northern Kentucky University, and I'm also an assistant museum director at the Fort Thomas Military and Community Museum, which is this is a small museum. Um, I don't normally wear my NKU shirt, but after this, actually, and Michael, you don't know this yet, but WCPO, a local news station, has approached uh, me for the College of Arts and Sciences to talk about how the humanities can use
Oh,
AI.
oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
excellent.
yeah.
So you are the AI
So,
expert at NKU. This is
oh,
excellent.
well, for the humanities college,
Wonderful.
not for STEM. That's they have a real professional there, but they wanted a spokesperson
Okay.
to say, yeah. So that's going to be after this.
Oh wow, that's excellent. You're all geared up.
Yeah.
Good. Well, we have
Okay.
an expert in the room. We also Osfox has been with us before. Osfox, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yes. My name is Afaq. That's
Afak.
basically, I think it would be difficult for you to pronounce it. So I think I should make it easier for you if you could pronounce it with the K at the end, Afaq.
Afak.
Mm.
Got
Yeah.
it.
So basically, my name,
Afak. Okay.
yes, yes. My name is Afaq. I am from the northern western province of Pakistan, basically Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and I graduated from Abbasin University, Peshawar, in 2022. I am a major in computer science, and I left coding at that time, so I got a job at a non-technical background. It was a blogging specifically. Search engine optimization, you might have heard of it. Uh,
What's the name of it?
SEO, search engine optimization,
Oh,
at a
okay.
blogging firm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So basically, I think a month ago, I should go back into my main field, that is computer science. And one of my friend, he introduced me to one of the best platform, I Code Guru, that's actually on
Right.
Facebook,
Right.
where a Silicon Valley engineer from
Mm-hmm.
USA, he educates the Pakistani people, in especially the students in the bachelors. And there there was a teacher, and he suggested me that you should go to hackathons. So I think,
Yeah.
Michael, this is my second hackathon with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So this would be a fun one. It should be a short one, but it should be fun. And
Yes,
then
yes,
once
yes,
again, remember, just learn as much as you can, and that's the whole purpose here. So really quick,
yes,
let's just talk about the hackathon a little bit. Can you guys see my screen? You should see the LabLab AI screen. Can you?
yes, it's
Okay.
visible.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you scroll through here, this is a fun one, and this is kind of a one that kind of got a lot of fame on the internet about last year. But the whole thing here at 12 Labs is to, of course, compete, and they give you a lot of links to look at. A few things that this technology does is it's a rich understanding, experience of context-specific search and insights with 12 labs. So if you have a video, you can actually bring it in and you can index it and you can search that video. So that's the deep semantic search. And then you have zero-shot classification and create a customized taxonomy using natural language. One-time video indexing for multiple tasks, multimodality. Dive into your video content like never before. Search across visuals, conversations, logos, text, etc. And then an API integration, which is important because everything's done through code. So you're going to use an API. Let me go ahead and go to their website so you can actually see that. If you look at their little image here, they show a bunch of soccer players, and there's this really famous one where they were actually taking an image every 15 seconds, and they were doing an announcer on that image. So it was really like it's almost like you automatically get an announcer for free. You don't have to pay anyone. You can have a synthetic voice if you want, and it just snapshots that image every 15 seconds and tells you what's in it. So it's pretty amazing. This was the famous Messi example, and you can actually watch that if you go to their site of them, taking a video clip, looking at the video and taking a snapshot every 15 seconds and putting an announcer on top of it. So this technology is pretty rich. So with that said, let's do a little exercise. We'll see if we can get ChatGPT to tell us what we should do. And then Kevin, we may use the museum, some of your museum stuff for this as
Yeah.
well. So let's go ahead and take a look. So now I've given up on thinking at all. I just let the computer tell me what to think. And
That's
so
all.
it's good. Gonna give me some ideas. Says
Yeah. And actually, too, I did the same thing last night. I was using ChatGPT, yeah, the new 4.0, to come up with a 14-week graduate level course focused on customizing a GPT model for use as a museum docent,
wow,
involving yeah, and it came up with a
wow,
14-week course. And
wow, wow. That's
we're gonna
that's pretty amazing, huh? And it wasn't too bad, was it?
no, I mean it has some. Each week is only two uh, two ideas with a
Yeah,
generalized title. But
yeah.
man, I mean, I really think that it should be an easy one. The university is actually they just created, and it's going to start this fall, an AI minor.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow,
so it
wow.
might be something too. We
They're
could
being,
see maybe if we can get you over here
yeah.
as a lecturer
Oh, I'd be glad to
for
come over
that.
and glad to come over and
Yeah.
lecture, no doubt. All right,
Okay. Cool.
let's take a look real quick. I've actually lectured at universities before. I actually worked in academia for 20 years before this.
Yeah.
So anyway, first it says rich understanding of deep semantic search, zero-shot classification. That didn't quite give me what I wanted. Let's ask it another question. Let's go. Say, give me actual project ideas that
Mm.
I would code and create. There you go. Personalized learning clip generator for educational videos. Automated sports play analysis tool. So it's used to that one. Conference insight aggregator. That's interesting because it's a business case there where you're having conferences that you're filming. Interactive video fact for customer support. Oh, right there you go. That's not bad. Real-time event monitoring and alert systems to create a system that monitors live video streams like security cameras and so you got to catch those bad actors. And that was 5. Let's say give me 5 more. No, it doesn't matter. It knows everything. See, dynamic video summary tool for vloggers and content creators. Multilingual video content indexer. There you go. Nostalgia video maker for personal archives. Build an application that shifts through personal video archives to create nostalgia videos based on users' specified themes. That's an interesting one. Augmented reality video tour. Create a AI application that enhances tourist experience by overlaying relevant video content. Automate compliance monitoring systems for broadcast media. So kind of the same type of themes, but there's a bunch of ideas there. I haven't decided what we're going to do, and I'm waiting for inputs from you guys as well. You can think about this. Let me throw all this into the chat. I'll put the Word doc up on the web so we can have it. on in LinkedIn. So anyway, let's just take a look at a few of these. Personalized learning clip generator. Generate custom educational clips from larger videos based on a student's specific learning needs using semantic search. Well, that's kind of got the you know, possible tailoring of video for people. You may have a lot of information. Now, the thing about this is going to get us not going to work for us because we only have so many tokens to use. So if you register for the 12 labs and you go in there, there's an API that you'll be able to use and you'll be able to index videos. So we're only going to have so many tokens we can use. So, and then so we won't be able to do long videos. So that one's going to be out. Number two, automate sports play analysis tool. Develop a tool for coaches and athletes to analyze specific plays from game footage through multi-video analysis. This is not really a bad one. I mean, you could actually, if you like MMA, you could take an MMA sports shot and you could actually analyze why one player won. Okay. And so I like this type of idea because if you've done any martial arts, if you watch a lot of people who win in the ring, it's they typically win on one technique, and they're typically better than that technique than the other guy. And the other guy typically doesn't have a defense against it that's very hardened. And so you see that all the time. So you can actually use it for martial arts analysis to see why this guy won. And then you go against this guy, you know what to protect yourself against. That's one possibility. Two, conference insight aggregator. This is the very significant one for industry because you automatically extract and summarize key insights from conference. Yeah, this could be very important. But then again, you could do the same thing by text. You could just turn the video into text and you could analyze the key insights from text. So I don't know if you're getting a lot
Mm.
from that. You couldn't get from just doing text. Interactive video FAQ for customer support. Create a customer support tool that uses video clips to answer frequent. Yep, you can if you want it to talk back, if you want it to have a play. So anyway, this also could be used for a course, or for. I know a lot of people they have all these math videos where they do all these math tutorials on how to do something, and so you have to comb through everything to look for them. If you just index them all, you could say, well, show me how to do this or show me how to do that. And it's not just math, but anything. Or show me this topic in history, show me that topic, and just bring up the video. So that's great. But once again, you run into the same point that this also is going to take a lot of indexing. We're only going to be working with short videos in this one. So though a very good idea, this one's probably out. Interactive video FAQ for customer support. Once again, a lot of video won't have to be able to do that. Number five, real-time event monitoring and alert system. Monitor live video feeds to detect and alert stakeholders about specific events. I don't know how to do this with this software, but we could definitely one we may be interested in. Security events are really important. Identifying bad actors as they happen. I mean, this is something that's really big with the police now. You don't have to have that many people. You just have a camera and you send people there who you need at the time. So yeah, that's an application. Dynamic video summary tool for bloggers automatically generate concise summaries for long form content for a vlogger. So once again, you could do this with short videos. So you could actually illustrate this if you needed to, or decide you wanted to do that. Multilingual video content. I think this is a big one that really buys you a lot in a sense that you now can actually create videos in multiple languages. So I know also audio. I know, Kevin, you do the audio podcasting, and you can actually use 7 Labs now to take that same audio and turn it into
Mm.
multiple languages. And it will have the accents of the people who actually made the podcast. So stuff like this with foreign languages is something that's really new. We've actually, with AI, we have solved the Tower of Babel problem. So we can talk in multiple languages. Even as we are today, with technology, we're across the globe. Nostalgia Video Maker. This is personal archives. A lot of people have personal video. They love to all put it in and create this on the fly, create that on the fly. You may have a party with a theme. Go through all the video and create this on the fly, create that on the fly. Really great application here. However, you're not going to have with this trial the amount of video bandwidth to do this. But that's the Nostalgia Archive is something that is really a marketable type thing. Our augmented reality video tour. I don't have any augmented reality systems, so this one's probably out. Unless you guys, anybody here have an augmented reality system they work with? Yeah, those systems can be expensive. Number 10, automated compliance monitoring system for broadcast media. Monitor broadcast media in real time to ensure adherence to advertising and content regulations. Provide compliance. Once again, kind of the security alert kind of follows on the security alert idea. All right, well, that's 10 good ones. What do you guys think? Anyone else have some ideas that aren't here?
I have a question. So with some of these, right, I have a lot of video footage that I could submit. Would we be able to use outside footage, or do we have to use um something that's already out there, right? Like via YouTube?
All right, go ahead,
That's
Kevin. Can you please repeat your idea? My apologies.
oh, so with regard, so for instance, with number eight, the and number five, I have
Yeah,
a lot of footage. I have a lot of personal footage, and
yeah.
so I, I haven't looked into the token system that we have to utilize with 12 labs. Now, would we be able to input our outside videos
Oh
into
yeah,
that, and
absolutely
would
you
that
can.
eat into this token system?
Well, each one of you guys can actually log in and get your own token amount. So if I log in, let me go ahead and log in and show you what
Okay,
I'm talking about. You can log in with a Gmail account. You get a free account. Minutes. So you get 600 minutes that it'll index. So
okay,
that's not bad. That's a lot. So out of the free
yeah,
and so I threw one in there, and this was a evidently it's saying I got 10 minutes of play out of it. And it indexed it for me.
okay,
So that's all I've done so far. So what you'll do is you'll log in. I'll go ahead and put the link in here. You'll log in here, and you just want to log in. You can do it with a Gmail, and it's free. You don't have to put a credit card or anything. And then you'll be able to go in here and start indexing it, a video and play around with it. Yeah, that's not what you're going to build. Now we'll be doing
okay,
all this through an API, but you want to work with this first a little bit and play around with it, and get your video up here. And once your video is up here, then we can actually index it and play around with it. So yeah. So I think this is really kind of the discovery stage where you start looking at the software, you start looking at the application and see what they've done with it, what other people have done with it. And there's some examples on the, and really, this is the conceptual work, Kevin. And this is why you may be, and you guys may not be, I know you are Afak, but you're a programmer. But if you're not a programmer, really the conceptual stuff is just as rich because you're right here in these conceptual ideas. And this is where the power is because I can sit down and just prompt engineer a program, easy. But having the concept work is what's so important. Getting the idea of what you want to build. Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at. This is just the first meeting, and we'll have another meeting because on the day of on the day of the start on the 13th. That's on Friday. And when this starts up, the thing that we'll have to do is also there's a Discord server that I'll crank up that we'll have to make comments on. We won't be using that to communicate. We'll be using Link, but the Discord we'll have to make comments on. These go real fast. And so really what you want to do is learn as much as possible. So when in the future, when you're talking about something, you can talk about this technology. We do have the potential, like any other team, to win. And so it's always nice to win, but from my perspective, that's not the number one thing, though I think it should be in the top three. But the number one thing is to learn, and the next one is to have fun. And I found out when we learn to have fun, we actually do a better job of winning than we just concentrate on winning. Okay. So let's do that. And the first next few days, got a couple of days to dig into the technology now, find out as much as you can about it, and just enjoy the learning because AI is here. It's not going away. It's exploding. So the more you learn about it, and the more hackathons you do, the more equipped you'll be in the future in this technology. So that's what I have. Are there any questions? Or Kevin, did you have any more ideas you want to talk about?
No, well, so for two quick ideas for the indexing thing. So I have access to one of the former presidents of the university, his like 12, 15-hour oral history that we could maybe use to analyze.
You know, that's a
Um,
really good idea. Why don't you try to load it up? Okay, it does take a long time to load, so you're gonna turn it on and walk away.
okay,
And so why don't you go ahead and get an account? And if you need some help, I'll be more and glad to work with you on loading up the video. But why don't
okay,
you see about it says you get 600 minutes. So you said he had 15 hours.
Yeah, but
So that's
I can skip through because each oral history he kind of picks a topic,
so this
so we
is what
can.
I would do, Kevin. I would,
Mm,
in a sense, limit the project because what you want to do for the hackathon is do a proof of concept, right?
yeah.
So what you do is take a subset that illustrates what you're trying to accomplish, and
Okay.
that's what you want to put there and index. That way we can work with it. Otherwise, if you you run out of minutes because you only got 600 minutes,
Right.
right? And
Right.
then I don't know how they charge that. So I put a 5-minute video up there and it took 10. So it's probably a factor of 2. So if you got,
Okay.
yeah, so if you got 300 minutes of video, that's going to take you all the way probably. So yeah, just
Yeah. I
think
got
about
you.
that. Think about that.
Okay.
So I would once again also for the hackathon, I would choose a subset. We call it something called a minimal viable product. You want to create your minimal viable product. That's the base product. Once you have the base product, then you can add all the bells and whistles. So sometimes through a concept design, we'll show everything you can possibly do, but then when we start building, we'll just build that minimal viable product. So think about a
Mm,
subset of that you can index that will illustrate the process. And then we do the business case. This is what we're showing, but we can do so much more with a full account. Okay, my wife is calling me. I have to go.
okay.
Bye, guys.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It was
Thanks
nice
for
to have
coming.
met you.
Okay.